diving video tip thing for you. So I figured today will be the day I will make my little video thing. So let's go upwards, and I'm going to give you a brief overview about the stuff that I do and how I upgraded my gear. So first of all, let's put this over here. Let's see here. So this is usually my gear right here. I have an IKEA bag. It's called a Frocta bag. This thing is so useful, you guys, and I'm going to tell you why it's so useful. So you see how it is? It's actually a duffel bag. Let me show you. And I got this for free. I think it's about $5 if you go to the IKEA store. So it is a duffel bag, and this has saved my butt so many times when I went diving. So you can hold it either... Okay, hold up. So unprofessional, I know. So you can either hold it this way, or you can hold it over here. See this? So you have two different ways you can hold this thing. This is actually backpack strap. So there are times where I have so much stuff that I'm carrying, or some really tall things, and then I just put this on my back, and then I have my fresh direct bags over here. And then over here, let me show you guys closer. This was my previous bag setup. I just decided to change my bag setup today a little better, and I will show you why. So you see how wide this bag is? I really like fresh direct bags because fresh direct bags are foldable. And then I have my little paint roller thing. So with this paint roller, if you're looking through a dumpster, normally in New York there's a lot of trash bags just on the sidewalk. But in the event that you come across a dumpster, and let's say there's something that you're looking for, right, and it's in the corner, what you can do is you can use something like this to use it as a hook, and then bring it up to the corner or bring it towards you, and that way you can grab it. So this has saved me a few times, so I do carry it with me. Here is my headlamp. This is very, very useful if you're diving. However, because most of the time I'm just going through bags that, not too many bags, I normally just use a flashlight or I use my cell phone. This kind of thing, it screams, I'm a diver, 100%. And I don't know how to turn it off. You just have to go through all the molds, but I think it was about $6. I will add an Amazon affiliate link later on, and that way you guys can check it out. Just to tell you guys, the Amazon affiliate links, if you click on it, I do get a small commission off of what you purchase, but even if you don't buy the items, I still have like a little bit of commission, and it does help fund my channel, my tiny channel that I only get a couple hundred views. But I just wanted to say, if anybody has clicked my link, I'm very, very thankful for it because it has helped me with my diving gear. And then also, paying for my subway fare as well. So I carry a umbrella just in case, and then here are, what is this? Oh wait, this isn't mine. This is actually bike stuff. And then here are my fresh direct bags. So you can see how wide this thing is, right? So I've changed it, and instead of carrying this wide, bulky bag that makes me look like a, more bummy than usual, check this out. So this is a Trader Joe's bag that I picked up, surprisingly for free. And then I'm putting my fresh direct bags inside of here. And then here's also my winter gloves, which I need to take out. And then I also carry clear trash bags and my flashlight. So normally I'll have my hook with me, my IKEA bag in here, my flashlight, and this. But today I knew where I was going. It wasn't going to be that much stuff, so I just grabbed a few fresh direct bags and I folded it in half. The reason why I like this setup so much is because, like I said, it looks more inconspicuous. If you have a big fresh direct bag like this, it just says, and I gotta sew this thing up, by the way, but it just says something like, wow, that person really looks like a bum. But these bags are great because when you look at the flap, let me show you guys. If you're on a bike or if you're trying to be incognito, this hides a lot of the stuff. So sometimes when I'm on the bike, these bags tilt, right? In the event that I don't want anything to like fall out, I'll just make sure I have these flaps up top. So these are really amazing. And most of these fresh direct bags, as you can imagine, you can get them from your recycle bin, or you can just find them lying around. Hold on. So this one, I'm just going to fold it in half. So this bag, again, I got it for free, but it's really cheap. If you are a diver, I heavily recommend these bags. Some other people say that these bags are useful for moving. So if you want to move something and you want a duffel bag, then this is great. So you see, it just kind of collapses. So I have moved some items that if I did not have this bag, 1000%, I wouldn't have been able to transport it. So I carry, if I have like a big load, I'll carry a bunch of stuff in here, and then I'll put the Fresh Direct bags on my arms. And then let's see, so here is my thingy-majingy, my umbrella, my hook, and my diving gear. Yeah. And then the other stuff I can move on later. I gotta repair the bag, like I said. So here's my other Fresh Direct bag. Normally I like carrying 3 Fresh Direct bags on me, but I never go above 3 Fresh Direct bags now that I think about it. But this is so freaking useful. I love these bags. So all my gear fits in one Trader Joe's bags. These bags are pretty much indestructible. If you live, you know, now we're in year 2021. So many people have reusable bags. I remember when I first moved over to New York, I thought, frick, I don't have any reusable bags. And then all of a sudden I realized so many people are dumping out the reusable bags. It got to a point where I thought, oh my gosh, these people are still dumping out their Fresh Direct bags. Oh, here's another thing I never told you guys. So Fresh Direct bags, if you look at the bag, it says, return me to a delivery crew member and I'll get recycled. You can return it to the delivery crew member, but they don't actually reuse this to give to another customer. They send it off to some kind of plant, and from what I read online, that plant tries to sell it off to another company or another buyer. So this stuff doesn't actually get recycled. It gets more off sent to another company, and then they hope someone will take it. This material is not recyclable, and one of the reasons it's kind of difficult is you can see it's multiple stuff, right? You can see that it's this like wipeable material. I want to say it's Tyvek, but it's not Tyvek plus this. It's not like a paper bag where they can just melt it down. So next time you see that kind of stuff, or if you see a Fresh Direct guy, feel free to ask them, hey, do you have any of return bags? Because they're just gonna throw them away from what I've been hearing. Even before the situation, you know what I'm talking about, they weren't doing this. So now because of the situation, I guarantee you that they're definitely not giving it to someone else. They're probably just throwing it away. I've heard they just throw it away, but again, online you can see that some places, they try to sell like 40,000 of those bags every month, or some crazy number like that. So I picked up this bag. Okay, so here's my diving bag. I like it. It's definitely an upgrade. So just remember that, the stuff that I have, and oh, and before I forget, the reason why I have these recyclable bags, in case I never told you, is because sometimes if you do come across some leaky stuff or some messy stuff that you're kind of worried it's going to leak, like ice cream, it's good to put them in reusable bags so that way it doesn't leak all over the bags. Take it from a person like me who has been diving for a couple months. All it takes, like I remember one time I was transporting yogurt from Manhattan over to Brooklyn, and then because they don't use those plastic lids, some of them just have the foil lids, one of them punctured and it got all over my stuff, and I was like, argh! So I like using Fresh Direct bags or Trader Joe's, these easily wipeable bags, because they can hold a lot of weight and they're very easy to clean. I do not use any nice, you know, leather bag, expensive bag. Plastic bag can rip. So you're looking for something wide, durable, wipeable, and in my humble opinion, a Fresh Direct bag is absolutely the perfect bag for any diver. They do have multiple designs. I personally like the peach one the best. They do have avocado, cherries, grapes, but I've always tried to collect the peach one anyway. Yeah, the person that puts this in the recycle bin, every Sunday they always throw it out, and Yeah, I was seeing a whole bunch of them at first. I was so excited about it. Later on, I thought to myself, "Frick, they're still dumping these bags," and I know it's terrible, but I kind of don't pass by that place anymore because I'm afraid, oh, I'm gonna see all this waste, and most likely it's all going to. Actually, you know what? I should grab it, and then I should just put it in my free box that I put out weekly. So this is a bag that I picked up today. I'm not gonna say the store name for reasons, but you could probably figure out what store it is just looking at some of the packaging inside of here. The reason why I don't say these store names out loud is because last thing I want to do is be like one of those Instagrammers who give a shout out or something like that. My channel is really small. I share this kind of stuff with you because I think it can help you guys if anybody of you want to dive and are interested in this stuff. So I use these gloves. I'm gonna link it on Amazon later. I know I'm a totally bad affiliate linker right now. Totally bad, but I'm going to link my gloves. Again, I just want to thank you guys for these gloves because from my humble YouTube revenue, my humble Amazon affiliate revenue, you guys have been supporting my little dumpster diving channel or my partially dumpster diving channel. And these gloves are great. They are supposed to be, they are kind of resistant. I don't know how cut resistant they are. I have been using them for a while. You can kind of see that it has a mark over here. But keep in mind, I'm not putting my hands deep down first and looking blindly. I always check the bag first. There are people who look through residential stuff. I am not one of those people who really look through residential stuff. I very, very rarely do unless there's clear indicators that there might be, let's say, clothes in there. But I'm not in the desire to look for more clothes or anything like that. I have way too much. So yeah, these gloves are washable. Some people, they use work gloves. They use like leather gloves. I like the reusable ones because I can just throw them into the washing machine. I used to have more pairs of gloves, but now I think I only have 2 pairs. Oh wait, no. I think I lost I lost a pair, I think, when the Bafang went on fire. Okay, yeah. So yeah, it comes with 3 pairs of gloves. And yeah, so let's get this dive started. So you can see that for this one, there was a Rice Krispies treat. You can also see there's Rice Krispies here. Let me put this thing over here. I checked this stuff. So what stores normally do is if the box has a little bit of damage or something like that, or it's a little busted on one corner, you can see it was busted over here, right? They're going to intentionally damage the whole box instead of marking it down because they'll say, yeah, we don't want to mark something down for this little corner, so we're going to destroy it and make sure nobody else can buy it. So if you look at where's this? Yeah, so if you look at the expiration date here, you can see the Best Buy, and again, Best Buy date is not an indicator of safety, it's an indicator of taste. If you don't believe me, look at the FDA's website. So it says Best Buy, September 10th, 2021. We are in, what is it, February 20th or something, February 21, 2021. So about 7 months before the Best Buy date. And all they did is they just dumped it out. See this? So you can see they didn't slash it or anything like that. So we got 1. So normally what I do is I will get my bag over here. I folded my bag actually. I will get my bag and then that was the bag that I had earlier. Okay, so I will get one of my Fresh Direct bags. I just want to see which one I had earlier. But I will get one of my Fresh Direct bags like this. And then I'll plop it off on the side. So I will put my stuff, if it looks like it's clean, directly inside of the bag. And then that way, when I get home later, I'll just wipe the bag down. So this one, we got 2 over here. What is this? This is Antibacterial hand wipes. I don't have a use for this. Let's see, we got another one right here. See this? 3. So according to this box, there should be 8 of them. And again, when I'm doing this stuff, I try to be fast. I'm definitely not taking my time. I try not to take my time. I want to get in and out of there, especially if it's late at night. So we got 3 over here. And then, oh, what is this? This is hand soap. So this thing, I don't know what happened, but it seems like either the top broke off or whatnot. So they just threw the whole hand soap away instead of marking it down, because yeah, you can't really sell it like this. Now there is you don't, if you catch one of this, you don't have to throw it away. You actually can get one of your own hand soaps and then get a funnel, you know, one of those plastic funnels, and then just put it underneath there. I am so frugal, you guys. I will actually keep the bottle upside down empty for at least 2 hours to make sure I get every single drop. You guys know what I'm saying? So this opened up with plastic funnel, this upside down. I make sure that I hold it so that way I don't spill. And then when it's about 90% empty or 100, I mean, like, it only takes like 1 minute for this thing to empty or less. I'll just keep it there for a couple hours, make sure the thing's bone dry, and then I'll throw this in the recycle bin. So we got 1 over here, and I got 3 Rice Krispies. So I must have 1, 2. Let's see. These wipes, I think they're actually dry. See this? Oh yeah, I could actually wipe it. Yeah, here's the pot. But normally I just go home and then I spray it because it's already open. So we got another one right here. See? Another hand soap. So this is how it looks like. We got prescription drugs. So I don't know why they toss it out like this, because this is actually a pharmacy. So they shouldn't. I thought, like, if you give it to a store with a pharmacy, shouldn't, instead of just dumping it like that, shouldn't they have a safe disposal? I don't know. But oh, look at this. Look at this. So we got doggy wipes over here. You know, the poop bags. So let's see. It looks like they might have taken out of the packaging. Here's the packaging. I can't find the packaging. So we got 1. I'm so sorry, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I don't have a use for this. Thankfully, I don't have to pick up cat poop. But someone else could definitely use it. And then we got more Rice Krispies over here. We got another doggy poop bag over here. Another Rice Krispies, more Rice Krispies. Is this more than 1 Rice Krispies, or am I just imagining? I think this is more than 8 that I picked up already. Let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I picked up 10. Box says 8, so maybe they had another box. So, oh, actually, yeah, right here. See, here's another box. I don't know where this one got destroyed. When is the... Oh, here we go. Again, September 2021. So, should be 16 of these things. I'm going to use the cardboard and then... But if I don't catch all of them, that's totally fine, too. And then over here. And then we got... Oh, what is this? We got baby shampoo. So again, the pump is gone. I don't have a use for this, but I'm sure someone else wouldn't mind having this. And then we got another doggy bag over here. Oh, we got another soap over here. So we are at 3 of these hand cleaning soaps. Yeah, helps eliminate. Oh, look at this. How to use it. Helps eliminate bacteria on the hands. Oh, cool. Cool. I don't know how much this thing is, but yeah. So if you ever come across these things, this is great. I don't know if I shared it with you guys, but we use a lot of hand soap in this apartment. So whenever I go diving, I'm always like, I want to find hand soap. I want to find hand soap. If I came across 20 bottles of hand soap, I guarantee you I would take all of that home. Probably keep 5 for ourselves and then donate like 15 of them. But Yeah, definitely we cannot have a shortage of hand soap over here. This is baby food. Look at this. Baby food. I don't know if you guys can read it. Best by July 2021. It is a sweet potato mixture. I'm assuming the packaging was gone, so yeah, I can donate that. I'm sure someone has a kid somewhere. And then we have our another doggy roll. We got another Rice Krispies. And then I'll just wipe that out. Some paperwork. And I think that's it. The rest is just paperwork that I probably shouldn't show on camera. No, it's just coupon stuff. But yeah, that looks like it's about it. Yeah, so here's the box for it. If you look at it, let's see when the Best by expiration date 1/21. So yeah, that's why they got rid of it, because of that. And yeah, that looks like it's actually it. Wow, I'm surprised I didn't put, oh, here it is. So here's the pet waste bag, 135 waste bags, 9 refill rolls. I don't know how many rolls are in here, but I'll put it back in here and then someone can use it. I'm sure someone will be very, very happy to get these things. I don't know how much these things cost. I wish we could use it, but we don't have any use for this. We actually use, like, for the cat poop, normally when I scoop this stuff, I use, like, Amazon packaging, or I use, what's that word? You know, the toilet paper roll? Those things, I cut the top off, and then I just put them inside of a waste basket, and then I just funnel the poop into one of those Amazon packagings, and that's what I do. So, yeah, it looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do I have 2 more in here? 8. Okay. Am I missing one? Oh, I am missing one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I'm missing one. So I have 9 refill rolls over here. I mean, 8 refill rolls. So that must mean most likely I have 1 still left in the bag. So I would normally not spend that much time looking for every single refill roll. But for this one, I will look. Oh, here we go. So, yeah. So here, I found all 9. It got destroyed. I mean, it looked like it got ripped somewhere. And they said, hell with it, we're not going to tape it up. You know, you could actually just put, like, some packing tape on here and say, hey, 25% off or something. And I'm sure someone would buy it. But, yeah, why do that? It just, I guess it takes up more time. It takes less time for them, maybe, just to write it off and say, screw it. We're just going to toss it. So, this will get donated, and I'm going to take this thing up. I'm sure someone will want it. So this is just my haul from, and there's nothing else in here. Yeah, there's nothing else. It's just like coupon stuff. So I would throw this one away and wrap it up. So you guys, hold on. These things tend to have a lot of air, so I always try to push out the air. If I'm outside, I won't normally do this. I'll just leave it out, but because I brought this home, I want to make sure that it doesn't take up all the space inside of the trash can, or the outside trash. And in case you guys are having difficulties with the knots, although I'm using a glove, keep in mind, most of the time when I take these knots out, 99% of the time I have to take off my gloves when I'm undoing these knots, because it's just way too slippery, and some of these knots are really small. So for instance, right, I'm just gonna take off my glove, hell with it. If they haven't like knotted super tightly, you can't remove it with your glove on. You absolutely have to take it off. So that's why I always have hand sanitizer in my bag. It's always on. Let me show you guys this. So I always have hand sanitizer on me all the time, and then I carry a crossbody with me. And the reason why I carry a crossbody, so this is my hand sanitizer here. The reason why I carry a crossbody on me is because when I am diving, I normally put my bag down. And this is my, you know, my Trader Joe bag, the one that, or like this bag, for instance, right? I'm not carrying this stuff with me. So if someone wanted to theoretically pick up my bag and steal it, I don't care if they take my diving bag too much. They would steal my flashlight, my hook, my reusable bag, but I don't want them taking my purse. So if you guys go diving at night, make sure you carry a crossbody on you. I'm a big fan of Le Sport Sac, as you guys know, because those bags are durable. I've never had a bag break on me. I've been using these bags, not this exact bag, but I've been using Le Sport Sac brand bags for about 10 years. And this kind of stuff, it's light, it's super light. It only weighs a few ounces. It's made out of ripstop nylon. It has these convenient pouches. There are different styles of this, right? So I'll normally put my cell phone over here. And then if it's dirty, I could just throw it in the washing machine. I've reached that point in my life where I don't want to be dealing with handbag maintenance too much, especially with my hobby here. So if I get my bag dirty because it touches the ground or something, and it doesn't touch the ground because it's on, I have it across my chest, right? But in the event that, hey, you know, I put my bag down on the floor or something, I don't get myself up in a knot. So that is it. So that is it. Here is the haul that I showed you guys. And I just sanitized my hand, but here we go again. So we have 16, these should be 16 of these Rice Krispies. The date isn't listed on here, but you guys saw it. It was September 2021. Again, I know some of you guys think like, oh, they must be throwing things out because it must be poisonous or it must be bad. No, a lot of the times the store throws it out because the packaging is damaged. See that? The consumer wants to get perfect packaging, and in the event that it's damaged like this, they think to themselves, oh yeah, we're not going to sell it with that. We're not going to mark it down. That's too inconvenient. So toss it. Toss it. Open the box up. Toss it. This place, really happy that they aren't slashing it. I told you guys a lot of places that now, if they know that divers are coming out, what they will do is they'll rip these things open, or yeah, they'll open each one, or they'll get a box cutter and slash it. So it's not unusual to see that. So this place, they just removed it from the box, and yeah. And then I also have my Head and Shoulders. Unless I have a use for it, which I highly, highly doubt, I'm going to donate it. Some people say like, oh, Erica, you know, they dump this stuff out because they're worried about returns. Well, if stores are worried about that, they could just Sharpie out the barcode. So that's what this store did. They didn't do it for this one, but yeah. So I got one of that one. I got 3 of these We Clean things. We will see how long this lasts around the apartment. I have, again, you know, I'm just going to refill bottles that we have. Normally for hand soap, I like to buy from Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's has this really nice French milled soap. I forgot what it is, but it smells expensive, but it's only $3.49. So that one I really, really like. This, I feel, this is really good at degreasing, but it's a little harsh on my hands. So if you guys go to Trader Joe's, look up, it's some kind of French hand soap. That's the best description I can give it to. But yeah, if you look up French hand soap and it comes in a liquid bottle like this, it's worth every penny. It's amazing. So I haven't had a need to purchase it because, yeah, we have hand soap around the house. And I think I showed you guys last time I was diving, I picked up this, like, I think it was about half of one of those big soap dial refills. I was so happy for that. I thought, oh, this is going to last us maybe a month or two. And this should last us maybe another month. So maybe these 3 will last us 1.5 months. Yeah. Someone uses a lot of hand soap. So, yeah, I feel like we go through a lot. And then, yeah, we got the doggy bags over here. And then last but not least, we got the baby food. So there's only one baby food I could find over here. I'm gonna drop this off at a community fridge. Not in a rush, you know, I can bring this over next week when I do volunteer. And yeah, so that's why I do what I do. I like to rescue things, and then if we have a use for it, I'll keep it for ourselves, like the hand soap. Um, I'm definitely gonna eat one of these things. I know this is not keto, you guys, and 17 grams of carbs. It's not carb friendly, but you know what? I deserve a Rice Krispie. And yeah, oh yeah. So yesterday I went to the store, right? And then I thought like, oh okay, so it's Saturday. Valentine's Day, Valentine's Day was on the 14th. Hey, maybe they're gonna dump out all their candy. So I go over there and then my heart sinks because all the Valentine's stuff is gone. And then I see it packed up. I see next to it, next to where the Valentine's display is, they have these big boxes that say donate. So I think that they donated all their candy or all their Valentine's things. It's hard to say if it's donate because it said return and it went to out of state. So I don't know if that really was the candy or if that was just I mean Valentine's Day items that they're returning back. Who knows? But I should have gone diving yesterday to see if maybe they dumped out the candy. You know, maybe they threw it in trash bags and they dumped it out yesterday, but I didn't go diving. I thought maybe it would be in today's trash if possible, but it wasn't. So, good learning lesson for me. When holidays come around, let's say Easter comes around, I don't know what day Easter is. I'm sure they're going to have a lot of candy. I just got to monitor, maybe the week after and try to figure out how long do they hold on to the Easter candy before they dump it out. You guys know I've been on this whole thing. We're trying to find a candy haul. You guys heard about my 52 bags of gummy bear haul. I have my tiny Rice Krispie haul. You guys have also seen my Keurig coffee haul. I don't know if I shared it with you guys, but I picked up a Keurig coffee machine out of a recycle bin. I was walking over to a grocery store, and then because the recycle bags inside of New York are clear, right? They're either clear white or clear blue. I saw this Keurig and it's the same one that we have. So I picked it up, took it home, and I tested it, worked out fine. And I posted it online and I said, hey, I have a Keurig machine over here. It comes with like 8 packs of coffee, 8 K cups and 8 coffee creamers. So I picked up like a whole bunch of coffee creamers, and coffee is that one day. I think it was something like 200 individual creamers, you guys. It was crazy. So I posted it, and then this one person really wanted it, and they got it. And I remember when I gave it to them, I think it was Christmas Eve or something like that. They told me that I made their Christmas. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is one of the reasons why I do what I do. I don't, it's like some of you guys could look at this stuff and say like, oh, Erica, why do you rescue this stuff? It's not worth it. But truly, some people, they are just so thankful to get certain things. I shared with you guys, I helped restock a fridge late one night, and the fridge was completely empty. It was a community fridge, and people went up to the fridge and they were like, "Oh my goodness, is this free?" And then they said, "Oh, may I have a pack of cheese?" And it really touched me because, like, something like when we go to a grocery store, I don't really think too much about a $2 pack of cheese, because you just be like, you grab it, right? But during this time, there are some people who have to cut their food budget so much that if their loved one is craving something like a pack of American cheese, maybe they're not buying it because of finances. So I think that I really think rescuing food can really make a lot of people's days. And every week, you guys know I help out with the food distribution event. Not every week, I missed the last 2 weeks. But yeah, I always try to volunteer, and I see so many people in need, and you guys also know I posted my community channel that I came across like 8 bags of bagels and a whole bunch of mail, and I gave almost everything away. I kept like 1 pack of hamburger buns for myself because I was craving it, and then I kept like one of each mail for myself, but everything else I gave away. And people were just like, I told people about it, and they're like, "Oh my goodness, you found truffle mail!" And I was like, "Yeah, you know that expensive truffle mushroom mail that they use at those restaurants? Yeah, this mail tastes really good." And they were like, "Oh my goodness, I love truffle mail so much." So it was like about like 7.90 for each bottle, and I think I picked up about 6 or 8 of them. I can't remember, but I gave 4 of them directly to some volunteers, and their eyes just lit up, you guys. So the thing about like that food distribution thing that I volunteer at, the stuff that they receive is either from divers, or it's stuff that is going to be thrown out. Trader Joe's donates a lot, Whole Foods donates a lot too. And this is the reason why I strongly support Trader Joe's and Whole Foods, because some of these, some places, they get reached out by organizations, charitable organizations, and they say, these organizations are saying, "Hey, we donate this food out to the community. We can try arrange transportation. Can you work with us, or can you put this stuff aside so our drivers can pick it up, and then we can donate it within the community?" Trader Joe's and Whole Foods are kind enough to do that, and they work with City Harvest too. I know at least Trader Joe's does. City Harvest has a minimum of 100 pounds. So there was one time I recorded it for you guys that City Harvest went to a Trader Joe's, and then they got turned away because there wasn't enough food, from what I've been told. So yeah, so when I hear about stores participating in this, it makes me want to shop there. But for the stores that do slash the items, there's a grocery store near where we live, walkable distance, that I used to dive a lot. I used to do a lot of videos about diving there. And I think we picked up something like 30 yogurts in one day. We found cases of Activia that wasn't even open, perfectly, still frozen strawberries still in the cardboard box, and they just tossed it. So it was really a gold mine for rescuing stuff. And then later on, the store just goes out of their way to slash things, even though they know that people are going and rescuing this stuff and putting in the community fridges. They're still doing that. So I went diving, I think it was last week. Yeah, it was last week. That's when I picked up the truffle mail. And I was going through about 15 bags by myself. I was out there alone for about 30, 40 minutes looking through all these bags, and they're contractor size bags, by the way, feeling them up. And I thought I hit jackpot. And bag after bag, it was just, they dump stuff out, they slash things. It was so messy. And the stuff that we used to be able to rescue from that grocery store, barely anything can be rescued, because yeah, they're destroying it. And it comes with this whole idea where some stores, they say, "Hey, if we can't profit from this stuff, then we don't want you as a consumer to profit as well." So these stores, they will just open, let's say, a bottle of dressing, and then they'll just dump it all over perfectly usable stuff. And it's intentional, because you can see like the seal of the bottle was taken off, and they just want to dissuade divers. Now, for that grocery store, the one that I'm talking about, we never made a mess there. 100% we never made a mess. It's always, you pick it up, you grab the bag, you open the knot, you tie up the knot. If you are diving, please do not rip open the bag. If you see it on the sidewalk, don't rip open the bag, because although it might be easier for you, all the stuff falls out, right? So when the garbage man picks it up, they're not going to clean the whole mess. They're just going to grab the garbage bags, throw it onto their truck. If the store employees come back the next day and they see all this garbage all around, you think they're going to want to have divers over there? They're going to say, "Oh, frick, now 100% sure we know we got divers. We not only know we have divers, but we have messy divers." So they are going to physically destroy stuff, trying to dissuade divers from going on. So again, that grocery store that slashing stuff, we never made a mess over there. But they saw us hanging out over there. They saw us, loading up bicycles or cars, and instead of working with the organization, they said, "Screw it, we're just gonna dump everything, so you guys can't salvage anything." And It really ticked me off. So that store location actually has, I think, about 2 or 3 stores. One location works with the community fridge, but this location that's near us, no, they really just slash everything together apart. So a bunch of not so great people. I used to shop there a lot. Now I try to avoid it because I think to myself, why do I want to support a store that goes out of their way and then just does that kind of stuff? So I've been shopping more on Amazon Fresh, as you guys know. Amazon owns Whole Foods, so I prefer shopping at, let's say, Amazon than that crappy grocery store. And if anybody wonders, like, oh, so well, Erica, why don't you go to another grocery store? I like to shop at stores within walkable distance, and there's not too many stores within walkable distance I can find a lot of the stuff that we buy. So, for instance, right, I like buying grass-fed beef. I cannot find grass-fed beef in any of the stores in walkable distance. So, if I did want to pick it up, I would have to go on the subway, pay $2.75 for one way, then $2.75 back, and that's like, yeah, that's like 550 right there. So it makes more sense for me to shop on Amazon, Whole Foods delivery or Amazon Fresh, get the item, give them $5 tip or so, and then yeah. So that's why I prefer to just do online delivery shopping, and also it's cheaper than a lot of the stores nearby us. So there's less selection over here, higher prices. It really makes sense for me to just buy on food delivery. I used to have this misconception that people who buy food delivery, it's just because they're lazy or they're loaded. But when you're in New York, and you want certain things, it really makes sense to get food delivery rather than just go on Subway after Subway, wait in the line, come back, wait for another Subway. It's really just a pain in the butt. So yeah, let me read this really quickly. Sorry, you guys. This chat does not automatically scroll, so that's why you hear you. That's the reason why I have to like go back. I have to physically scroll. Oh, anonymous individual's name is Nick. Okay, anonymous individual. I'll just call it Nick Anonymous. Okay, Nick. People are gonna be like, "Who's Nick?" People do in the U.S. do not separate recycle bin. They do, but stores don't. So I shared with you guys in a community post what some stores do is they'll get like a can opener and they'll puncture some of the sodas. So that way, if they're, let's say they get like a 6 pack of soda, right, or a 12 pack of soda, and then one can burst or the packaging bursts, instead of opening up each can of soda, physically opening it, they'll just like jab it with a can opener and then pierce it and then just dump it into a sink so nobody can get the soda. And they don't even put the cans in the recycle bin. They'll just throw the cans in the trash. Oh, yeah, yeah. No, I found face mask. I found a pack of face mask. I think it was like a pack of 20 or 50. I still have them around the apartment. We haven't used them because we use reusable ones. And I know I'm going to show this, but in case you guys haven't checked out Andrea's face mask, she makes amazing face masks. So whenever I go diving or whenever I'm out, I always like using her face mask because her face masks do not slip. And I'm not getting any commission to say that. I used to spend a lot of money buying face masks, when the situation was happening. And when you talk, like these face masks slip on over your slip below your nose. Her face masks actually don't because they cradle your face. So I think it's, yeah. So this part is, you can see, you can tighten it here. See? So her face masks are absolutely amazing. So yeah, because I use these, I don't use the blue face mask. Oh, I did look up Pog Pog. Pog Pog are people who dig through the trash, but instead of doing what I'm doing, you see how I'm rescuing this stuff? What they do is that they'll eat like, fried chicken from KFC or Jollibees, and it's the stuff that people already ate through. So, when you have, let's say you take 3 bites of a chicken wing, the rest of the chicken, after around, like if you don't eat the cartilage, like that is just blasphemy. Like if I eat a chicken wing, I eat the whole damn thing, cartilage and all. Like I strip that thing clean. But anyway, a lot of people, they might take like 2 bites off of a piece of chicken. They grab the chicken that's already eaten or is thrown out into the trash, and they'll take it, they'll boil it with some water, rinse it off, and then stir fry it, and they'll eat it that way. So it's not the most hygienic thing for sure. This kind of stuff, it's like I would never do that. 100%. 100%. I mean, like, even when I see chicken wings that's already sealed, let's say pre-made stuff, I'm kind of hesitant about that because I think, like, oh man, I don't want to get food poisoning, and I don't know how long that chicken has been out, right? So I don't really grab much meat from when I go dumpster diving. Most of the time, I'm grabbing prepackaged stuff, hand soap, lotion, shampoos, and or yogurts, because you can't really go wrong with yogurts, or like packaged processed foods or cookies, that kind of stuff. But meat is something that I'm very, very wary about. The people in the Philippines who are very, very poor and they have no other access to meat, I understand why they do that. And it's just their way to survive. Yeah, so yeah, we're lucky here in New York because if we were in, let's say, another place, they would either have dumpster locks or they would have compactors. A lot of the stores, the reason why Manhattan is kind of like the dumpster capital of the world is a lot of the stores that are there, they don't have the space for compactors, right? So what they do is they get these dumpsters and a lot of them choose not to lock it, and then they just throw their stuff into the dumpster, and then you might find like food stuff, like most of the food stuff is all in trash bags, but you'll find like food dumpsters, you'll find like supply dumpsters, or like arts and crafts dumpsters, or like you know consumer product dumpsters, but or you might find like trash bags and they're just full of pastries. Like I was telling you guys back in Manhattan, like that thing is just crazy how people are competitive over those pastries. So yeah, so Manhattan, because of the setup, because of lack of space, they don't have the locking dumpsters really. And then also because of the freegans, people usually don't make a mess. They keep it clean. Or if I pass by a bag that's obviously been open and I see it's messy, I will actually tie it up, or I'll try to clean up the area. Because last thing I want is some of these stores saying, "Hey, we made everything nice for you. We put the pastries in a garbage bag." And then what do? You guys just dump all our trash all over the place? Screw you guys. We're going to dump the coffee grounds on top of there, or they're going to just dump all the pastries out, remove it from the packaging. And yeah. So yeah, so that pastry place is really nice. I really loved picking stuff up there because everything was prepackaged. So when I was when I had, let's say on Fridays, right, day before my volunteering thing, I would pick up a bunch of pastries, and then I would say, hey, this is perfect. I can bring them over to my food distribution event, or I could pick them up, and then the next day I can swing over to a community fridge. But now I haven't been really going to the community fridge for dropping stuff off, so I choose to bring it rather to my when I volunteer, and then give it to a person and tell them, hey, can you drop this off at the community fridge? So that way I don't have to walk. So, yeah, so that is all the tips that I think I have for dumpster diving. The other tip that I would give you guys is, if you guys want to, and I know this is a little scattered all over the place because I'm not doing any video editing, but if you guys are unsure about which bag is the right bag, what you guys got to do, and I know I have my gloves off already, you guys got to lift up the bag, feel if it's light or not, and then, if you hear something, right, this tells you there's something inside of it, right? You can hear that there's pills, so you might be curious, check it out. Alternatively, you could just feel it, right? Just feel it, and then if you feel something like this, right, you can feel a bottle. If you can grab the bottle and feel how heavy it is, it's full. So that's what I do a lot. You just gotta, like, if you guys are feeling a little like you want to get some practice, what I would suggest is get a trash bag, put a bunch of shampoo or something, or your laundry detergent in there, and just kind of feel it and be like, okay, so this is a full bottle here. Or just close your eyes when you're grabbing your shampoo bottle, right? Before you wash your hair, just be like, okay, this is a full bottle. This is the shape of the shampoo bottle. Okay. And then, yeah, so that's what I do. I normally will grab the bag, and then when I felt this bag, for instance, right, I felt this bottle, and then I grabbed this bottle specifically, and it's like, oh crap, there's weight in there, so I knew this bag was good. So that's what I do. And it's helpful when you have to go through, let's say, 20 bags. If you go through 20 bags and you lift it up, right, and each one feels super light, then that tells you most likely it's paper. There are some days that they just do recycles, so you might see a lot of trash bags, and then when you check it out, you lift them all up and you're like, oh crap, it's just their paper recycling. Oh, hello there. So yeah, just be mindful of that. I normally go only at nighttime, but I do know there are some stores that do it daytime. So some stores do it like 7 a.m. Other stores, they do it in like the mid-afternoon. Other stores, they do it when they close, or an hour before closing, or something like that. And then there's other stores that even if they close, right, they don't dump out the stuff until the last employee gets out, because they don't want the divers to get to it. So yeah, so there's all sorts of different times and different routines, and it depends on each store. So I can't tell you, when to go diving. I would say if you're checking out a chain store, there are places like CVS. You can look that up, or CVS, Rite Aids, those kind of things. Just check it out. Check every day. Check if the store closes at 10 p.m. Try check at 10 p.m. or check at 9 p.m. And then if you check every day and you don't see anything, right? It's either it might be daytime or it could be in the afternoon. So you can check at, let's say, 8 a.m. See if you see any 8 a.m. if you're swinging there, or let's say 4 p.m. if you see it there. There has to be trash coming out eventually. So you just have to figure out when it is. Another thing you can do, and I have done this as well, is if you're not too sure where the dumpsters might be, look at Google Maps and look at satellite view. So when you look at satellite view or street view, you can do like surveillance of the whole freaking block, not just in front of the stores. Now I'm telling you, look at the whole block. So if the store, if the store is in this block, right, look around 360. So even if there are other, like the stores over here, look around the whole block, because maybe the store's dumpster is over here or over here, or there's, yeah. And then if there's a compactor, 100% do not go in the compactor, because people have died going through those compactors. Those compactors, you might think, oh, it's innocent, you're not, it's, as long as nobody's turning it on, you should be okay, right? But some of them are actually auto timed. So you might go in there thinking, oh yeah, no one's manning the compactor, I should be fine. But let's say at 7 o'clock every evening, the thing shuts, the thing squishes things. So there have been a few divers who have died from compactors. So 100%, I will not go through a compactor. That's just a very gruesome, way to pass. So yeah, just keep those things in mind. That have helped me a lot. If you do see a place that you think is good, make sure you note it down. Like, do not try to keep this stuff in memory. Whenever I hit a place, like let's say if I hit a place on Thursday and I'm there at, let's say, 10 p.m., right? And I find stuff, I will write down, okay, Thursday at this location at 10 p.m. I found stuff. So next week, right? If I'm free on Thursday, I'll be like, hey, let me try go at 9 p.m. Thursday, okay, 9 p.m. they still have the stuff out. Or, you could try earlier, and see what time, you can kind of get a gauge about what time they take out their stuff. So that has been very helpful for me. Different stores have different days, so don't just assume that if you go to, let's say, one Rite Aid and it's there every Wednesday, right? Don't assume that another Walgreens is going to have their trash out on Wednesday at the same time. So just always make sure you keep notes, and having a diving notebook is incredibly helpful because the more you dive and the more you see things, you're gonna realize that, oh crap, yeah, or you might confuse dates, and that's what I've done a few times, and it's definitely um, it's definitely hurt me. You know, when I go to a location, I'm like, oh frick, I forgot today's not the day. So yeah. So yes, so when I picked up this bag, the first thing I do is I feel around the bag. And now because it's so light, I know it has trash or it just has paper inside, but it also has one bottle. So if I wasn't too sure, I would just open this up and see what the bottle is, right? Because I'd be like, oh, I wonder what this is. But when I initially grabbed this bag, I felt the outline of this bottle. So through the bag, I just grabbed the bottle itself so I can gauge the weight of the bottle. And then that's how I knew, like, okay, this is the bag I want to check. So when I opened the bag up, I saw things, right? And I thought, oh man, I should take all this stuff. And then I realized, wait, why don't I just make a video showing you guys how I do this stuff? Because that's going to be a lot more informational than me just talking about this stuff, right? It's better for me to show it to you, show you my gear, tell you the stuff that I do. And yeah, so I wish you guys luck if you guys do decide to dive. There is nothing scary about it. Try not to go too late at night. And also be mindful about times that you're going. So again, if you are checking a store, best advice is go as often as you can, every day if you can. So, you know, you don't have to go every single day, but like this week, let's say you have time, you can check out like Friday, Saturday. Okay, if the stuff is there on Friday, Saturday, then you can write down that in your notebook, like, okay, Friday, Saturday, I went over there at 9 p.m. I saw stuff. And then next week, right, if you go there Monday and you don't see anything at 9 p.m., then you know Monday's not a day. And then you can go there Tuesday. Okay, you see something at Tuesday, 9 p.m. Okay, so write that down on your notebook. You get what I'm saying? And then make sure you write down what location it is, like the address. So that way you know exactly when to go. And like I stressed before, do not make a mess. Do not rip open these trash bags um, if they are on the sidewalk, because if I was a store employee and I saw someone do that, I would be pissed off. And I think I shared with you guys in one of my previous streams, I was going to this store location and I saw these huge holes and I knew someone was ripping them. So they didn't bother taking the holes. They just like ripped it, right? So I came across this woman and then she told me, she said, oh, are you looking for stuff? I already checked. There's nothing there. And I chastised her because I said, why are you ripping open these bags? If you rip open these bags, you understand that these employees are just gonna they're just gonna damage this stuff out even more, right? Or they're just like, because I had to, when I was going to this location, right, I would go after this person who was ripping the bag, so I would see all this mess and then I'll look, I wouldn't find much, and then I would have to clean up everything. And some of these holes were so big, I was like, frick, there's no way I can seal this bag up. So some of the trash was going out on the street, and I thought, oh no, a store employee's gonna see this and no, instantly a diver caused it. So don't give dumpster divers a bad name. You know, clean the area, make sure it's clean, you know, as clean as you found it, or cleaner than you found it. So when I went diving at this location, I actually saw a coffee cup and then I threw the coffee cup in the trash. I was like, clean up the area a little. So if you don't have a reason to dislike the divers, right? If the divers aren't making any mess, then there's really no reason to damage our product. So yeah. So for normally, this kind of stuff, I will throw my my gloves in the wash, and then I will sanitize my hands, which I need to do. Normally I'm not hand sanitizing my hands that much because I'm not touching the bags multiple times without my gloves. But it is this was a good haul that I picked up, all from one store. Happy that I picked it up, and at least I got to save it from the landfill. And I will enjoy those Rice Krispies, and I will enjoy having this hand soap. How much ounces is this? Oh, 16.9 fluid ounces. So I have 17, right? 17 ounces, 17 times 3, 51 ounces of hand soap for free. Yay! So, yeah, best things to find, in my opinion, is like hand soap, shampoos, lotions. I found soap, but I really, really want to come across a candy haul. That would make me very, very happy. Not because I'm gonna eat all the candy, but I just want to document it for you guys. So I hope that I didn't miss the candy haul on Saturday or Friday, but if I did, learning lesson. And I know that some people, they say like, man, they find these huge candy hauls, I think, after Halloween or so, but I've never come across the infamous candy haul. And I feel like I'm one of those divers who's just like, oh, how come I can't find a candy haul yet? I still can't find a candy haul. His leg is doing better. I'm happy for him. He went to work today. He went on his bike. It seems like he lived and he went down the stairs. He's still in a little pain. He still is definitely in pain, but he's just working through it. Cause yeah, I don't think he wants to just stay at home all day. So he's doing good. And another thing too is, hold on. Another thing too is, if you guys are going dumpster diving and you come across another diver, I've always taken the approach that whoever gets there first should get first picks. So I shared this with you guys in the dumpster, not the dumpster, the pastry place. So there was a bunch of people over there. I grabbed the bag. If you guys are unsure about what pastries feel like, this is what you do. You grab the bag and you feel it. You can go to Dunkin' Donuts too. If Dunkin' Donuts, donut places always throw away their pastries at the end of the night, 100%. Okay, because they don't discount this stuff. They're not going to carry it over to the next day. So you feel the bag, and if it feels like a bunch of kitchen sponges inside, soft bread, that is donuts. So I passed by Dunkin' Donuts, and then I like today, I went over there, checked it out, and they had a huge bag of donuts, and it was about 25 pounds of donuts. And I was like, oh my God, these are so many donuts. And, for me, I was just like, oh, I don't really care. So I just grabbed 2 donuts for myself. I looked inside, I was like, hey, I'll grab the ones that look clean. And then I just grabbed it for myself. But, yeah, so donut places, you find a lot of those kind of thing. Pastry places, bagel places for sure. 100% for sure. Some divers, they say you should never have a reason to buy a bagel in New York if you're a dumpster diver or if you're any diver, because at the end of the day, these bagel places throw away 10, 20, 30 pounds of bagels every single day. Nobody wants a day old bagel, really. They want a fresh bagel. So if you guys are bread lovers, bagel lovers, hit up your local bagel place or hit up your local Dunkin' Donuts. Probably about, I'd say, an hour after they close, and then see, just feel the trash bags. And then, yeah, don't be ashamed or anything like that. If you are a little worried about being caught, and if you have a car, just grab the whole trash bag and put it in your trunk, and then you can sort at home, just like I did today. So we don't have a car, so if I want to grab anything, right? Normally, what I would do is I'll just put it into one of my Fresh Direct bags, or I'll put it into my little IKEA Frocta bag over here, and then I'll just transport it that way. But I did bring a Dunkin' Donut bag, the whole bag with me one time. I think I did a stream about it, and I repackaged it, and my goodness, it was a crazy amount of donuts. I think it was like 70 donuts that I picked from that one haul, and I was just like, oh my gosh, so many freaking donuts. And then I transported over to the community fridge the next day. And yeah, and then I met another dumpster diver, and then that's how my whole thing happened. So I can really just say I started really dumpster diving after I went to Dunkin' Donuts, and I dropped it off at a community fridge. Again, I would not donate anything, or I would not donate anything that I personally don't feel comfortable consuming. So if I went to a donut place and I saw the donuts and they had like a bunch of stuff on it, like napkins, which I haven't seen, but let's say if they did, I wouldn't even touch that bag at all. Some people, they would say, okay, you don't have to grab the top layer, you can grab the middle layer. For Dunkin' Donuts, what they do is that they cook it on these wax paper liners, and then they put it on trays, right? And they'll dump the whole thing, liner and all, into the trash bag. So some of these trash bags are clear, so you can clearly see like it's just literally the wax liner and the donuts, and that's it. But some of these trash bags are also black because they don't want people diving through it. So it all depends. It all depends. But yeah, so that's one of the upsides about living in New York. I do really like dumpster diving. I do like finding things, rehoming things, donating things, and this is just like a small fraction of the waste that gets thrown into New York City landfills every day. Remember, I just hit up one store, and there are over 100 locations of this chain store in New York. So imagine all the stuff that I didn't grab or divers didn't rescue. Just crazy, crazy. So I'm going to continue going to this one store. I don't go there every day. I go there every so often. Part of it is because it's kind of late and I don't feel comfortable going out really late. So, yeah, but I find some really good stuff, and the stuff I don't use, again, I just donate it. If you are a dumpster diver, it's incredibly important to be mindful about how you are getting rid of stuff, because if you are not getting rid of this stuff, it will just stagnate into your apartment. And you guys heard Lewis talking about it. He's like, "Oh my goodness, Erica, you find so much stuff." I'm like, "Yeah, I found a lot of stuff. Like I had 8 bags of donuts, right? And 8 males inside of the fridge, and that took up a lot of space. The 8 males took up quite a lot of space in our small fridge for a couple days. And you gotta, some divers in outside of New York City, they say like they just grab everything. So when they grab stuff, they grab as much stuff as they can. They pack up their car, and then they bring all their stuff home, and then they put it in their basement. And some people, they have yard sales, so they'll sell everything for $1. Other people, they'll donate it. They'll donate everything. But it's very, very important as a diver. You gotta know, if you are taking this stuff, how are you gonna get rid of this stuff? And always just kind of keep that in mind. You either consume it yourself, you eat it, you donate it, or give it away, have a free box. And yeah, because it's very easy to accumulate a lot of stuff. Very, very easy, and have it overwhelming. Especially after holiday season. Like let's say if a store is throwing away all their Christmas decor, and it's like 2 dumpsters worth. Like, what the hell am I going to do if I had 2 dumpsters worth of Christmas stuff? I couldn't, even if I had a car, I wouldn't take a huge majority of it, because I wouldn't know where to offload it to. Even if you give it to a thrift store or a Goodwill or something, they're going to say, what the hell are we going to do with this Christmas stuff? We have no use for it too. So very good chance that if you donate it, it'll just go off to the landfill as well, or it'll get shipped off to a third world country. Yeah. So anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Let me know if you guys go dumpster diving, or if you guys do decide to go dumpster diving, if any of my tips helped you. And I will leave later on. I don't know if I'll do it today. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Actually, I'll try to do it tonight. I'll leave an affiliate link so you can check the exact gear that I have. Some of the stuff you can buy on Amazon. Other things like the IKEA bag you cannot. But again, highly recommend use fresh direct bags, use IKEA bag, use like a Trader Joe bag, so that way it doesn't look so bummy. And most importantly, have fun when you go diving. I really like diving because it's like a treasure hunt. And stay safe for sure. I shall see ya.